Yo, YouTube. What it do, man? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I recorded. It's been a minute since I've been on here. And, just been going through some things, just trying to conquer the world, conquer my world at least. And, just try to be the man that I envision myself to be. So, this is going to be a car video. I'm going to be, safe driving. As you can see, I'm in motion right now. I'm going to be safe driving, but what I really wanted to talk about is, let me see, because I don't want to make sure, man, I don't know. I might do this often, man. I might make car ride videos often and just talk. But so what this video is about is I wanted to share with y'all that your boy got promoted. This is gonna be about my I got promoted at my job, and how I didn't really envision it. So yeah, so I got promoted at my job, and I got a video posted up when I was talking about security and the benefits of it. So this is gonna be kind of like similar to that, and how I've been doing. So I got my security license back in 2023, and when I got my license, I was just working in residential security, and I was on Indeed just making applications trying to level up. And I applied for JCPenney Asset Protection, and I didn't even remember that I applied for JCPenney Asset Protection. You feel me? So I'm like, I received a call. I was driving somewhere. I received a phone call for my former manager, and he was like, "Hey man, how you doing? My name is such and such, and I'm calling you because I saw your application. I would love to bring you in for an interview." And bro, right? So when he said that, the first question I asked him, I'm like, "How much y'all paying?" You feel me? I feel like when you ask for the pay, I feel like it's like somewhat taboo. And he was like, "Well, just come for the interview and come have a conversation with me. Let me get to know you, and then we can inquire about that." And I'm like, "Okay, bet. I want to come." So this back in December 2023 when I had that conversation with him. I went in. He got to know me a little bit. We talked. He interviewed me, and he offered me the job. And I was like, I was what he was looking for. My partner was a female. He was looking for a male for the role. And with my schedule, I had another job, but the schedule was part-time. And I'm like, you know what? And the pay that he offered me, this is my first time having that pay. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. And it's asset protection. When I got the job, I'm like, what's asset protection? I knew nothing about asset protection. I had no knowledge of it. I had a small knowledge because there was different terms for it. The first time I heard about it, it was loss prevention. You always go to Marshalls, you go to Ross, especially Ross, you'll see them have the loss prevention on the back of their vests. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is what this is. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I first got the job, I didn't think about the future. I'm just looking at this like, this is how I'm gonna pay my bills. This is how I'm gonna save money, this is how I'm gonna pay my bills, this is how I'm gonna get by in life. But at terms of growth, I'm sorry if my lips keep getting white. It's 67 degrees in Florida right now. I don't know where this weather came from, but yeah. But where I was at, yeah, I'm just like, this how I'm gonna pay my bills. This how I'm gonna pay my bills. So with that being said, I'm not thinking about growth opportunities. I'm not thinking about trying to learn to grow. I'm just gonna come in on time, don't be late, and just do my job. Bro, I get into asset protection. I'm learning. I'm applying what I learned in my training. My boss is showing me how to do the job. My AP partner, she's showing me how to do the job. And yo, things turned out to be great. And you know, the job also came with a thrill because I was putting my skills into what I was putting what I learned into the field. You know, I was able to gain their trust. You know, I had good training. And for those who don't know what asset protection is exactly what it is. You know, you are preventing theft. You are stopping theft from happening. You are helping your company with shrink. You know, making sure that the company hit their goals and saving as much money as possible that you can for the company. You know, theft does happen. You know, theft happens a lot. It happens every day in asset protection. And you know, I was just like happy. You know, I was happy like I learned something that I'd never done before, and now I'm doing a good job. And you know, I'm building that rapport. I'm building that rapport with my store manager. She's trusting me more, which was my store manager was a woman, and you know, I had to kind of like earn my way in that building because I'm someone new. They don't know me and they don't know if I could do the job, so I got to put in that work, which I did. All right, boom. So I'm pushing on my boss like, hey, I really want a full-time position. You know, what can I do to get that position? And we talked, and he let me know as of right now the company is not offering full-time hours to no one. Those who are currently full-time will stay full-time, but as of right now for you, you're part-time, and we're not offering any more hours than that. And I'm like, okay, no problem. It was 20, 25 hours a week. I had to make the best of it, in which I did. So I always kept a second job, and I just like, you know what, I'm gonna just stay down. And my boss, he was always like, man, just stay down, bro. I know it's you know, I know you want full time, and I can see it in your eyes you want full time, and you've been putting in work. Just keep putting in work, man. Things are coming soon. And what happened? Those things came. 2025, the company goes through a merger. I think 2025, no, 2024. 2024, the company comes to a merger. They merged. They bought out all these other clothing brand companies. They became one under my store, and they go through a merger. Boom, go through a merger, and they're still trying to like have everything, you know, in order for us. And my boss goes to a meeting, and then he comes back and says, hey man, look, remember I told you, stay down. Stay down. 2026, was it 2024? No, sorry, 2025. The beginning of 2025, the company goes through a merger. My boss comes back to me and said, hey, remember I told you to stay down. Stay down. 2026 gonna be your year. I promise you. Can't tell me much. But he's like, 2026, bro, if you stay down, this is gonna be your year, bro. I don't know what's gonna come in 2026, but just stay down, man. Keep building your resume. 2026, this may benefit you. I said, cool, I got him. I'm working cases, bro. I'm preventing theft. I'm practicing safety rules. I'm applying safety rules, making sure, you know, everything is safe, making sure employees are safe, doing the little things I gotta do to get where I wanna go, right? Mind y'all, remember I told y'all, I did not see a future in this job. I'm just looking at it as a job, but those conversations I'm having with my manager, real good manager, by the way, great manager. I hope anyone who gets to learn under him, because he's been doing this over 20 years. Anyone, like from now on, bro, anyone who gets to learn under him, bro, y'all future gonna be straight. Y'all just gotta take his word for it. I'm telling you. Man. So he will always have conversations with me. He will always tell me, bro, like, be patient, man. Be patient. Don't rush things. Always be willing to learn. And just keep doing your job. just keep doing what I'm telling you to do, you will be in the promised land. You know? Boom. 2025, I had a good year. I had a better year than 2024. I got the job December 2023. 2024, I had a good first year. 2025, second year, killed it. Had a better year than last year. All right? This is where the promotion comes. So we in 2026. February 2026 is the new year for them. 2026 comes. I get a phone call from my boss's boss. He calls me and says, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, I'm good. Yourself?" He says he's good. And now he's breaking down why he's calling me and why he's reaching out. Normally news like this, my boss would relay it to me. But for some reason, I had to hear from him. Right? So my boss, he's the APM, he's the asset protection manager. His boss is a TAP. He's a territory asset protection manager. He has like over 60 stores under him. It's killing. All right? He's calling my phone. He's a real good guy. Met him before. He's a real good guy, man. I hope I could be in his position one day. But right now, I have to learn a lot if I want to be great in what I do. I want to be just like my boss, because he was great, man. Great guy. But let me get to what I'm saying. Get a phone call from the TAP. How you doing? I'm good. Yourself? I'm good. So look, I'm calling you to let you know that your position at that store will be terminated. When he said that, and he was like, yes, you will lose your job. I'm terminating that position because just don't need it over there. You're not needed over there. That position isn't needed over there. The numbers over there are great. I don't see why that position should be there. Bro, my heart dropped. Like, I'm like, dang, bro. I'm about to lose my job. And I don't even know how long I'm gonna have being here. I'm gonna lose my job. Right? But then came the but. I was like, but what? What? I'm in my head like, but what? He's like, this is where the company's going. This is what you're gonna be doing. Basically, you're gonna be a travel agent. You're gonna be doing the same thing you're doing at that store, but you're gonna be a travel agent. So you're gonna be working store to store to store. I'm like, what? He breaks down everything I'm gonna be doing. He tells me about the more opportunities it's going to bring. I ain't even let him finish. I'm like, yes, I'll take it. I'm going. Whatever you need, I'm on board. I'm like happy, bro, because I told y'all when I got this job, I didn't see myself going further. Man. You know, that's one thing I say I learned, man. I say, man, whatever career you want to do, you gotta see y'all future in this, bro. Because it took my boss having to put me to the side and reiterate it to me in my head, because I wasn't thinking past this. I was thinking about being promoted. I'm like, bro, I'm just doing this to pay my bills. That's it. All right. He offers me the position. He tells me what it's gonna be like, how it's gonna be, and are you interested? I'm like, yes, man, I'm ready. When do we start? Man, like, I'm thinking like I'm gonna finish out the rest of the year at my store with my team. He's like, okay, good. You will be at your new location in 2 weeks. I'm like, what? In 2 weeks? I'm like, man, I'm like, all right, bet. 2 weeks, okay, bet, no problem. Right? Hang up. So, one of the main reasons why I got promoted was because my boss gave valuable information to my TAPM. They didn't know I live within the area of the stores that they needed coverage at. They didn't know I lived right there. And they didn't know I had the means to travel. Y'all see my car, I'm in my car. They didn't know I lived within the area. When my boss relayed that information to him, he was like, word? He's like, yes. Because I wasn't gonna get this position had I not had the means to travel or had I not lived in the area that they needed coverage at. If my boss didn't relay that to him, my APM, I was gonna be without a job. My boss saved me, man. I'm forever gonna be grateful to him, man. Forever going to be grateful to that man because he gave me a chance. I had no experience in asset protection. I had a security background, but nothing pertaining to that. And he gave me a chance. He could have easily gave that to someone who had more than 5 years. But he told me my resume stuck out more than everybody else. He interviewed a lot of people, man. But he gave me a chance. I'm forever grateful to him because he put me on the path that I didn't think that I could like move in. Because I was thinking about, okay, AP, like where do I want to go with this? I wasn't thinking about that. Because I already had my thoughts on this company. I already had my thoughts on this company before, and I'm just like, man, whatever. But it changed my mind because anything is possible, man. I obviously got more work to do. I got to work on myself. I need to learn more. You know, I'm open to learning because I'm like, man, you know, I want that bad, bro. I want that bad, but I also want the wisdom of the job. You know, I kind of want the wisdom first so I could be experienced. And the bag, well, it's definitely going to come. It's definitely going to come, you know. I'm getting the bag right now, but you know I want more. I want more, and to get more, you gotta learn, man. You gotta learn. You gotta know things. You gotta know how to do more, and that's how I'm gonna move up, bro. I'm definitely gonna do that, you know. And I'm gonna prove my worth. Gotta prove my worth, man. I got a new manager. He doesn't know me, you know, and I don't wanna, you know, I wanna represent my former manager in a way that, you know, I make him look good, you know, to make his teachings be like bond. His teachings be bond. So I will be like a representation of him. I'm gonna be a representation of my current manager, but you know, when it goes back to like who did he learn under, it goes back to him, to my APM. Shouts out to him. Man, if you see this, man, I hope you see this. And, you know, I hope this comes across your phone. And I want to tell you, thank you, man. You know, thank you very much, man. I'm getting emotional, man. My voice is breaking up, man. But, yeah, thank you, man. Like, you are the best. And I already know we're going to cross paths in the future, for sure. And, man, he's one phone call away, man. I know if I ever need him that I can reach back out to him. You know, he took a 25-year-old kid, gave me a chance, and you know, he saw a lot of me in him, and he was like, man, I could definitely, you know, groom him to be like, you know, another great APM agent, man, another APA agent for sure, and that's what I'm doing. So how I feel about this promotion, which is what I was trying to get to with this video, how I feel about this promotion, man, I said, man, I'm really, really shocked, man. You know, I'm more happy for myself, you know, and for those who think that, you know, he's just, man, his career ain't nothing, you know, man, I really feel like, man, y'all miserable, bro. You know, y'all miserable as hell, man. Y'all got y'all career, man. You know, do what you want, man. I'm doing something in my life. It's my life. I'm gonna live how I want, and I'm gonna do something with this, man. You know, and this job brings other opportunities, like other relatable careers, man. You know, like there's been people who's been in asset protection. They went on to be police. You know, anything related to that, they went on to be other security managers elsewhere. You know, so you know this opens doors to a lot of things, man. Like things I was not thinking of, bro. Last but not least, he showed me how to use LinkedIn. I had LinkedIn for years. I didn't know how to use it. I'm thinking LinkedIn is just someone that has jobs, like Indeed. But LinkedIn is way more than that, bro. It's a whole community. Like, I can't believe the amount of people I see every day on LinkedIn in asset protection. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, bro. Every day I go on LinkedIn, it's always something positive. I'm seeing someone get promoted. Someone is got a new job in AP. Someone just accepted the role to management in AP. And it's pretty exciting, bro. It's pretty exciting. And I'm seeing different companies that has AP. You know, I'm seeing like Macy's, Target, you know, everything that's retail, Hobby Lobby, man. Hobby Lobby. Man, look, if you got any experience in security, bro, if you work in residential security like I was and you're looking to like level up, man, go do AP, man. Try AP, try asset protection, try loss prevention, you know, create a LinkedIn, get your resume cleaned up, you know, and like, man, just stay down, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If y'all go on LinkedIn right now, they'll even take you if you got no experience, you know? That's even better. And don't worry about the pay. You know, thank God the pay that they put in there, I didn't start like that. But I'm grateful, I'm humble. But don't worry about the pay, man. What I say is, if the pay, don't worry about the pay. That's it. Just worry about the experience, man. Just worry about the experience. That's what I'll say. You know, get your experience, because these other positions, they probably want 2 or more years, you know. But there's companies that's hiring for AP 0 to 2 years experience in security, you know. And I've seen them. I've seen the positions. So if you are a current security guard right now, man, just security period, you want to go do asset protection, you know, I'll say, man, go for it, man. It's fun. It's a lot of skills in there. It's a lot of skills in there. It's more skills I need to learn so I can put on my LinkedIn account. And yeah, I'm just glad I got promoted. You know, all praises to the Most High. You know, the promotion comes from Him, really. And I had a verse, man. I think it was Psalms 74. I forgot to write it down so I could put it in the video, but I think it was Psalm 74 for sure, where it talks about how the promotion comes from God. And you know, shout out to God, shout out to the Most High, because I couldn't get this without Him, man. It was all Him, bro. It was Him that put everything into place, man. I should have began this video thanking Him. You know, I'm thanking Him, man. Thanking Him, and yeah. So that's about the end of my video. You know, I hope this video comes to someone who has security experience, someone who wants to get security experience, someone who is currently in security class right now, trying to get his D license. You know, I hope this come across y'all, and you just you know, I hope I gave y'all some valuable information. And you know, shout out to me for getting this promotion. You know, just a kid who didn't know what he wanted to do with his life, and you know, I found something where I feel the opportunity. I feel there's growth there, and I'm doing everything that I need to do. Every week I'm performing. You know, I'm performing, bro. It's a performance-based job, and I'm performing, and I like what I do. And you know, and I like meeting people who has over 5, 10, 15, 20 years in this industry, and they getting that chicken, bro. They getting that chicken, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to my APM, and shout out to my former APM, and shout out to my TAPM, bro. My TAPM. If you see this, man, you getting that chicken, man. you getting that chicken, man. You good. You a good man. And man, and I hope to be a top one day as well, man. You inspired me, my APM, man. You inspired me as well, man. I hope I get to be a top in the future, you know, and be that leader for those that's gonna come after me, man. It starts by being an AP supervisor, man. That's my next goal. I want to be an AP supervisor, and that's how I'm gonna work my way up. Man. All right. So, yeah, have a good day, man. All praises to the Most High. You know, all praises to the Most High. I couldn't do it without him. And I thank y'all, man. You know, thank y'all. So, yeah, that's it, man. You know, y'all have a good day. You know, it's, yeah, y'all have a good day, man. Thank you.